excuse for easy schedule because they don't play every single team. There's 32 teams, there's 16 games. 17 next season, but still. In baseball, 30 teams, 162 games. You play one team each at least 2 times. Actually at least 3 times. So, and then you have basketball, 82 games a year, 30 teams. You play every team at least twice. So A-Rod, but it was kind of exposing, most of his home runs came off of not very good pitchers. And I like where Jackson's headed, But, even with all this stuff, all the flaws they had in the playoffs, people kept building around them. The Rockets kept building around Harden. The Yankees kept building around A-Rod, Phillip Rivers, never athletic at all. Never won a Super Bowl. But the Chargers kept adding pieces. Baltimore has never had good receivers with him there. That's what they gotta fix. And if he still doesn't do well with the receivers there, he doesn't have it. Derek Jeter was one of the most consistent baseball players ever. He was good in the playoffs, good in the regular season. Didn't matter where you put him. And honestly, being 1-3 in the playoffs this early in your career isn't that bad. Aaron Rodgers, if he lost today, he would be 10-9. So he's 11-8 right now in the playoffs. Peyton Manning was 14-13 in the playoffs. And in my opinion, Manning is the second best quarterback ever. If you look at the numbers, he's better than Montana. And there's very few people like Aaron Rodgers. Very few. That's what people look at most of the time. Very few people like Harden. Very few people like Lamar. Very few people like Rodgers. So, I see, why they build around them. Shaq couldn't hit a free throw. They surrounded him with shooters. They got him with Kobe. He had Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. Lamar isn't the best pocket passer. But there's no other Lamar. And he might not win a Super Bowl in his career. But I'm going to be patient. Because I'm being patient with Tua. I'm going to be patient with him. Because you'd be crazy. Because at least, the problem people are having with Tua is, yes, he's young. But we're just not seeing the spark. You saw Allen play terrible in his rookie year. But you saw that he was at least kind of good. You saw the flashes of him being, athletic and all that. Lamar's athletic, so I'm not worried about him at all. I'm going to be patient. He's 24. Let's not ask too much of him yet. So, there's no freaking out on Lamar here. 0. Alright, now I'm going to talk about where I was right and where I was wrong in the in the playoffs so far. I'm saving the best for last. I'm going to be doing division round takeaways and giving my opinion on there. And then I'm gonna give a takeaway for each team, and then I'm gonna give a takeaway for each of the upcoming games. But right now we are focused on the prediction checking, where I was right and where I was wrong about each playoff game. Always fun to say that you don't seem to know what you're talking about. Kidding. Alright. So here we go. Here's where I was right. Packers show up against the Rams defense. And I'm not flaunting this at all, because I'm sure a lot of people thought that. A lot of people picked the Packers to win over the Rams. I don't think they expected them to score over 30 points, though. I projected 27. So, that's where I was right. I'm not even going to explain it. I mean, that was even better than I thought. I was like, maybe one takeaway, maybe a fumble for Rodgers. No picks, because he didn't throw picks. He does fumble the ball sometimes, though. So here's where I was wrong. Baker Mayfield. I always thought he was talented, but he never showed maturity. Maturity matters at the quarterback position. You saw what happened to Dwayne Haskins. Maturity matters a lot. I explained that in my first episode. Mayfield showed maturity. I'm glad he did it. I'm not mad that I was wrong about this, because I'm wrong about a lot. I'm right about a lot too, so I don't mind it at all. But he showed maturity. I'm glad. I always kind of I don't root against anyone, honestly, except for the Vikings and Bears. I don't root against anyone. I don't even root against Lions. I'm not against them. I'm against the Vikings and Bears. So I'm glad he did that. So here's where I was right. Brady shows he's still top 5. Last year, I put Aaron Rodgers at number 5 for quarterbacks, and everyone was like, no. Bro, he's washed. He's not going to play well next year. He's had his 2 worst years, the last 2 years. Buddy, he only threw 6 picks total in those 2 years. My list was 5 him, 5 Rodgers, 4 Deshaun Watson, 3 Lamar Jackson, 2 Russell Wilson, 1 Pat Mahomes. And I thought I was right about it, but I didn't. So that was just something I was trying to just compare the situation to it. I said Brady is far from washed at the beginning of the year, and some people thought I was crazy. Some people thought I was completely sane. I know. I mean, I understand why people would think that Rodgers had an off year because he only threw 20 touchdowns, so it is an off year for him. And Brady did have an off year last year, and he did lose in the wild card, so that's not Brady there. So I understand it, but Brady, he ain't washed. So I was right about that. He showed it yesterday. Didn't even need weapons. So here's where I was wrong. Lamar unravels in the playoffs. I didn't think he was going to beat the Bills. I believe I said 35, what did I say, 33-27 or something? I didn't think he would do. I thought he would at least score a touchdown at least. I thought he would do much better. He just didn't impress me. He averages 13 points in 4 playoff games, and it felt like in the game he was always uncomfortable. But like I said, get him some weapons. Get him some weapons at receiver, and I think he'll excel. Because when you look at the final 4 teams left. They have the 4 best quarterbacks are left. Brady, Rodgers, Allen, Mahomes. Those have been the 4 best quarterbacks this year. Aaron Rodgers has Devontae Adams. Josh Allen has Stephon Diggs. Pat Mahomes has Tyreek Hill. Brady has Evans. AB has showed up, and one exception of last week. He has Chris Godwin. Everyone needs weapons in the league. Here's where I was right. Bills move on to the AFC Championship. They can't run the ball, so I am concerned about that. They don't have a great roster, but they are talented at cornerback. And their receiver, and they have a good receiver, and a great QB coach partnership. So, I was right about them advancing. Here's where I was wrong. Chiefs made it look easy. I always thought they were going to win. I said that, but I didn't think it would be plus 10. And it was a plus 10. But it would have been if Mahomes didn't get out. So, I was wrong about that. Congrats to the Chiefs and Mahomes. Mahomes, stay healthy. Here's where I was right. Kyrie is, in fact, a diva. And I wasn't actually right about this. A lot of people were right about it. I was just saying it to acknowledge what a diva he is. Harden and KD can win a lot of games. But Kyrie's a difficult person to work with. I don't think the problem here... I'll get into that later. But here's where I was really right. I was 4 for 4 on my QB face bracket. And like I said, I stole the idea from Colin. I didn't really steal it. Just the competition here. See how good I do. So, that's where I was right there and where I was wrong. So right now, I'm going to do some more... probably going to get into some more recent news here. Alright, so... Alright. Let me just... get some music running here. Here we go. Sorry for the delay. So, sense is growing that Watson will in fact leave. Houston is already looking for trading partners. And honestly, I hardly watched Houston. They were 4-12. They had the 3rd pick if they didn't trade to Miami. If you look at Watson's stats, this is his best year. But I am kind of on his side for this because you don't promise someone that you're going to be in the hiring process and then don't do it. But honestly, I don't think I'm wrong here. He can make the Colts or Bears a Super Bowl contender tomorrow. I know I said the Bears isn't the best place for him because it is cold. But I think he can fight through it, actually. I'm changing my mind there. And honestly, I wouldn't mind offering 2 or 3 first-round picks for him. I mean, he's young. He's a young guy. And, the Colts and Bears got great talent around them. And, I don't think they should do it, but if the Dolphins do in fact want to move off Tua, Watson going there would be incredible. I think the best place for him would be the Colts. With Jonathan Taylor, with that offensive line. With Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, and that defense, I think would be awesome. But Watson would make the Colts also have a good coach there, too. But, I mean, the Dolphins would look really good with Watson, I believe. Devontae Parker, their offensive line isn't terrible. They got the best coach in the league. Well, debatably, but he's the top coach. Watson would do well with them. And their defense is holy crap. So Chargers hire Brandon Staley. So here's my coaching. Here's how they're going right now. I was right about the Jags hiring Urban Meyer, so I'm 1 for 1 there. I thought the Jets would hire Matt Eberflus, but I was wrong, so that's 1 for 2. Falcons hired Arthur Smith, so that's 2 for 3. Lions hired Dan Campbell, or are expected to, 2 for 4. So I'm 2 for 5 right now. This is not good. But Brandon Staley's a good coach. It's important that you are liked, and he is one of the most likable coaches, apparently. Like I said, younger coaches are hired because they are in the same boat as the other players. I think he's going to be like a Sean McVay there. You know, likable, energetic, pushes you. I like it. So Harden's debut. First of all, how did he lose all that weight? It's like he finally got... it's like he was protesting with all that weight he gained. He was protesting, basically. He was like, if you don't trade me, I'm going to blow up. And God, did he blow up. Holy crap. Did you see him? But how in God's name did he slam that fast? I don't know. This can be a success. This can. The problem is Harden and KD have won 7 of the last 11 scoring titles. So sharing the ball is an